period anyway.
She would go down the stairs, she would go down sideways.
It's better when it's
She was listening.
Skiing in Bozeman or something like that?
Hi, Dad.
All right, well, welcome back from the long break here. Girls getting started a little bit late as Hopkins thought the game started at 8:30, so they weren't quite ready. So a little bit of a compromise. Game getting underway at 8:11. First game for Minnetonka in a couple of weeks. Eggert with a shot wide. Kept in by Rogers. Rogers shot from the point. Nice tip. Picked up by Egger behind the net. Thrown out. Slid over by Strothman. That's Riley over on the other side. Couldn't connect. Oh, that's going to be a trip. So at 14, we're at 14-15 left in the first period. Game just underway. Minnetonka will go up on the power play. A tripping on St. Louis Park Hopkins. Face off won by Hopkins. Nice clearing play. Gonna carry it in. Good D by Larson. Larson skates it up. She's got Ralk wide. There's the pass. Ralk brings it in. Shot wide of the net. Picked up down low by Box. Shot from the point. Gets through but wide. Ralk tries to work it down low. Nobody home. Puck chipped out. Box throws it over to Ralk. Throws it in on net. Dunlap throws it back low to Ralk. Just going to work it back over to Dunlap. Battle along the boards. Dunlap able to win that one. Gets it in down low. Riley picks it up. Circles back. Hits Larson. Larson throws it back to Riley. Riley's going to work that down low to Dunlap. Dunlap rings it around. Picked up by Hopkins. Able to get it the red line and get it deep. Offsides, Tonka. So we have Conrad, Lundin, and Riley out for Minnetonka. Grinsteiner sends it over. Tonka will bring it in down deep. Puck sent up front. Grinsteiner sends it back down. Shot. Nice quick shot. That was Lundin. Minnetonka will get a change here. Power play is expired. Eggert on the draw for Minnetonka. Bounces around. Strothman takes a shot, can't quite get it off. Shot comes back around to Miller. Nice opportunity there for Strothman. Nice save by the Hopkins goalie. Puck sent back out. Chipped into the corner. Deflected into the corner. Kept in by Minnetonka. I think that's Casey Moose back on D. This is her first time playing D, not just this year but ever. So she's had a chance to get a little practice over the break playing it, but I know for any forward that ends up back on D for the first time, it's always a little nerve-wracking. Just takes a little bit of time to get used to it. Ralk chases it. Nearly an opportunity to send it on net. She gets it down low. Minnetonka gets some fresh legs. Puck comes back to Larson. Nice clear to Box. Up to Ralk. Back over to Box. Nice puck movement here by Minnetonka. Box will send it back. Dangerous puck. Protected well there by the defenseman. This is going to be offsides. Face off won by Dunlap. Sent from Booten up to box. Turned back over. Sent out of play. So a face off will come just outside of the Minnetonka zone. Lundin takes a face off. Sent back. Pass. There's a little bit of a foot race there. Not won cleanly, but enough to get it in deep. Puck's in front. Battle in front. Poke checked away by the Hopkins goalie. I believe that's Conrad over in the corner. Battling, gets it back to the D. A shot goes wide. That was from Rogers. Back to Grinsteiner. Sends it in on net. Deflected. Picked up. Cleared away by the Hopkins goalie. Grinsteiner chips it ahead. No up to Lundin. Lundin with the shot. Good. Great opportunity there for Conrad. Nice save by the Hopkins goaltender. Going to talk on a change. Hopkins is going to carry this up the ice. Good back check by Eggert. Picks it up, takes a look. Broken up by Hopkins. Puck deflects out in front. Picked up by Miller, who chips it out of the zone. The Strothman chases it down. Still working on it. Oh, great chance there for, I think Miller picked up the third rebound. Strothman with it in front. Tipped. A little bit of a clinic been put on right now by the Hopkins goalie. Good opportunity for Miller. Save Hopkins. Puck chipped out. Larson breaks it up, sends it in deep. Ooh, dangerous clear up and over the net. Moose with it. Chips it off the boards. Miller pulls it in. Tries to throw it over for Eggert. She had a girl all over her. Couldn't get control. Puck's in front. Broken up by the defender. Ooh, deflects off one of the Hopkins players onto the goalie. She's able to pull it in. So, in the discussion leading into the game, a lot of close games by this Hopkins team. The record's not great, but they're based on the teams they've played, they've kind of been all over the place. Played some good competition really close, and that makes you think that possibly it's what's going on in the net, and I think we're seeing some of that here tonight early in the first period. So with 8:06 left in the first, game is tied 0-0. Box sends it in deep. Dunlap's going to chase this one down. Picks it up, sends it behind the net to Box. Good battle over there by the girls. Eventually Hopkins comes away with it. One-on-one. Tries to go through the legs, but broken up. I believe that was Booten that broke that one up on D. Hopkins with some speed. Grinsteiner chasing around. Oh. Puck centered right in front. Quick shot. Beats jabs. I think that was maybe high glove save or glove side. So with a lot of pressure, Minnetonka had nothing to show for it. Hopkins gets on the board with 7:23 left in the first. Lundin picks it up off the draw. Shot. Save. Thrown back out in front. Puck cleared back to center ice. Rogers with it. Going to skate it up. Down deep in the Hopkins zone. Puck goes by the Minnetonka defender. Conrad with it, looking. Minnetonka eventually able to chip it back out to the neutral zone. Picked up by Hopkins. Conrad with it. Throws it across ice. Riley's going to come back down and pick it up. Battle along the boards. Sent in. Rogers picks it up. That'll be a checking on Hopkins. Delayed penalty here on Hopkins. Minnetonka still controlling it. Miller moving it over. Eventually controlled by Hopkins, and we get the whistle. So Minnetonka will go on their second power play of the first period with 5:56 remaining, down 1-0. Puck sent out to neutral ice off the face-off. Larson takes a look, gets it up to Eggert. Eggert's going to take the shot, save, rebound, still loose. Minnetonka able to keep it in the zone momentarily. Eventually chipped down. We're going to say no icing. I think probably not the right call, but we see that quite a bit. Larson now with it. Sends it all the way up ice for Strothman. Strothman moves it over to Miller. Shot. Goalie might have got a piece of it or it went wide. Couldn't tell. Larson with a nice feed back to Eggert. Eggert with a blast. So really nice play there from, I think it was Larson to Eggert, and then Eggert just with a snipe up and over the blocker of the goalie. So 5:05 left in the first. Score is tied 1-1. Rogers with it. Feeds it up to Strothman. Picked off on a pinch by the Hopkins defender. Puck comes back out to the neutral zone. Miller with good pressure. Going to work it around. Throws it out in front for Lundin. Couldn't get a shot off. Miller's going to work it around high slot. Circles back. Dunlap, I think, on the pass was a little handcuffed. Puck chipped up, battle along the boards. Run by Rauch. Picked up by Hopkins. So that'll be offsides. So for those watching the stream from down south, hopefully you're getting some good pictures from friends and family up here. I think we've got the most snow that we've had for a few years. That's why the game was canceled the other night against Wayzata. I think Minnetonka was ready to play and Wayzata didn't want to make the trip. So that game will have to be rescheduled. But it's continued to snow here for maybe the last day and a half. Oh. Rauch took a pretty big shot there. She's going to go off. I bet they will take a look at how she's doing after that one. She took a pretty good pop there from the Hopkins player. Moose with it behind the Minnetonka net. Sent over. Or a little bit too far in front of Larson. But Minnetonka is still able to work it up the boards, eventually out of the zone. Bach sends it up to herself. She's going to take a shot here. High and wide. Puck sent all the way down to neutral ice. Fed up to Riley. Riley with a couple of nifty moves. Takes a shot, blocked up into the net by Hopkins. So the puck will come deep in the Hopkins zone with 2:45 left in the first period. Score tied 1-1. Lundin will take the draw here for Minnetonka. Chips it towards the net, cleared all the way down the ice by the Hopkins defender. No call on the icing. Battle along the boards, puck's in front. Shot from the point, cleared to the corner by Jabs. Puck comes around, Grinsteiner's going to chase into the corner. Put some pressure on the girl. Short side shot, saved by Jabs, and then covered. 2:03 left to go in the first. So the game tonight's being played in St. Louis Park. I believe this is the rink that Benilde plays in. And then St. Louis Park as well. It's a nice complex. They have 2 indoor rinks here and one of the nicest outdoor rinks in the cities. It's the outdoor rink is actually cooled, so they can keep ice on it even as the temperature gets above freezing, and then it's also covered, so nights tonight, like tonight when it's snowing, it's actually really fun to play on their outdoor rink. Puck sent all the way down. This time I think we'll get an icing. We do. 1:22 left in the first. So Minnetonka up front will be Strothman, Miller, and Eggert. Booten and Larson on D. Puck bounces around off the draw, eventually sent out to neutral ice. And then chip back into the zone. Ooh, just a little bit in front of Strothman there off the boards. Sent back in on net by Booten with 58 seconds left in the first period. So Dunlap will take the draw from Minnetonka, gets it over to Rauch. Rauch goes to the point. Puck kept in. Nice job by Booten, keeping that one in the zone. Fed out in front. Rauch had girl covering her, couldn't get the shot off. She's coming back hard on the back check. Like to see that. Puck sent to the center, doesn't get through. Shot saved, Jabs. .35 seconds left in the first. Face-off sent out by Hopkins past their defenseman. They regroup all the way back in their zone. Try to send it out. Box breaks that one up. Sends it into, I think, maybe Dunlap in the corner. took a shot. You could feel that see that she felt that one. Ralk working it. Puck sent down by Hopkins. This will be icing with 6 seconds left. So Minnetonka with 6 seconds will have the draw in the Hopkins zone. See if they have enough to get a shot off here. Dunlap will be on the draw. Ralk on her right. Box on her left. Chipped in on net. Covered with 2 seconds left. All right, so at the end of one, game is tied 1-1. We'll be back here for the start of the second. All right, welcome back for the start of the second period. Score tied 1-1. Eggert takes the draw from Minnetonka. Puck bounces around, Miller grabs it, sends it in deep. Strothman and Miller give chase. Puck sent all the way around, Grinsteiner keeps it in. Feeds Miller in the high slot. She chips it up to Strothman. Strothman with a nice move. Sends it in backhand. Covered by Hopkins goalie. So same group will do it again. Bouncing puck off the draw, chipped in on net by Strothman. A little bit of a knuckler sent away by the Hopkins goalie. Hopkins defender goes down, picked up by Eggert. Chips it out in front. Eggert now with it again in the corner. Nice little move there. Then sent back to Grinsteiner, back to Eggert. Strothman with it. Strothman's got the tuck jersey going. Almost a little Gretzky coordination of the jersey. Gretzky always liked to tuck it in on one side. Eggert, really nice feed. The Hopkins defender just got a piece of it. Otherwise, we were going to see a one-timer there from Strothman in front of the net. Or it would have been a Miller in front of the net. Ooh, dangerous puck just kind of sent casually in front. Jabs with a pad save. And then a little bit of a rebound up into her glove. Able to cover it up. Minnetonka a little bit lackadaisical with the puck there, but I think also a bit tired out of that first shift. So good whistle, able to get a change. We got fresh legs out there now on the ice. Battle on the boards. Rauch helped with Dunlap. Eventually fed up to Box. Box moves around the defender, feeds Rauch too far in front. Puck goes deep in the Hopkins zone. Puck broken out by Hopkins. They're going to send that deep. Booten will go behind the net and pick it up. She feeds that over to Larson. Larson goes up to Box. Box over to Rauch. Rauch's going to chip that in on net. It's going to be covered. Minnetonka will go for a change here. Tell the girls didn't really want to get off that quick, but honestly, that was probably 45 seconds. That's a perfect amount of time to be out on the ice. Really what a coach wants to see. You get out there, go work hard for 30, 45 seconds, get off the ice. If you do that all game and legs stay fresh. Puck broken up at center ice by Rogers and then picked up by Lundin. Lundin's going to skate this in. Shot. Good stick by the Hopkins defender. We got a special guest here. Tate Jabs just walked into the rink.
Whose hat is this?
Random. Lundin brings it into the zone. That's mine though. Sorry, I'm having a conversation here with spectators. Puck sent all the way down the ice. We'll see if this one can roll all the way down. It eventually does. 11:41 left in the second period. Score still tied 1-1. I believe so, I'm not sure. Eggert's going to take the draw here from Minnetonka. She wins it back. Booten throws it down into the corner for Miller. Miller tries to feed it up in front. Eventually gets there. Strothman brings it down behind the net. Picked up by Eggert. Couple of exchanges here, back and forth. Puck eventually makes it out to the neutral zone. Booten with it. She's going to feed it over to Grinsteiner. Grinsteiner with a nice pass up to Miller. Miller with an opportunity here. Takes a shot, goes wide. Eggert battling along the boards. Eventually puck gets chipped up. Now to the neutral zone. Hopkins skates it in. Grinsteiner picks it up beyond the net. Feeds it over to her partner. Dangerous cross-ice pass. Picked up eventually by Eggert. She's going to skate this in. Take a rip just high and wide. Puck kept in by Larson. A couple girls changing for Minnetonka. Rauch keeping some pressure there down low, letting your line mates get a change. Eventually comes up to Moose, who throws it down deep into the zone. Moose with it again. High stick. High stick there, so it's going to come all the way down into the Minnetonka zone with 10-12 left in the second period. You going to keep it? Probably. Not that much. Does it fit you? Puck not able to be cleared on the first try by Minnetonka, but Larson will move this up. Takes a look, feeds it over to Rauch. Rauch with a sweet move. Just misses the net. She got the defender crossed over by throwing the puck through her legs. Would have been a highlight reel goal there if she would have kept that on net. Ooh, Larson keeps that in. A little bit dangerous as the last person back. Now Hopkins working it back down low. Box covering. Puck chipped in. Pad saved by Jabs. Cleared to the side. Now puck fed back up to box off the skate of Rauk. Rauk will go back and get it. Battle along the boards. Sent in deep by Minnetonka. They'll get a change. Riley picks it up along the boards, works it in front of the net, shot wide. Lundin with it in the corner. Looking for some help, eventually gets it from Riley. Hopkins will try the other side. Nope, turns it back. Puck sent down, no ice. Grinsteiner picks it up, spins back around the other way. Good pressure by Hopkins. Minnetonka with a little bit of a blind chip. Not enough to get it out of the zone. Another battle along the boards. Conrad now fighting for it. Rogers tripped up. Hopkins trying to work it down below. Rogers read that one, broke it up, and then came up to Conrad. She chips it out. Riley's going to pick this up. She looked. It was kind of a good call by her not to feed that out in front, as Lundin was covered well by the Hopkins defender. Hopkins now coming back with it the other way. Grinsteiner breaks up the play. Grinsteiner rings it around for Riley. Riley has it broken up, but able to chip it in on net. Hopkins goalie smartly doesn't cover that one, lets her teammate come up with it as Minnetonka was on a change, but then a dangerous turnover for Minnetonka. Strothman with it through the slot, hits somebody's skate, pops back out. Now Hopkins is going to grab this. Puck sent in deep. Booten goes back for it. Moves it up to Strothman. Met immediately by the wing for Hopkins. Player loose in front. Puck came back the other way. Jab's able to get a pad on it, but not able to cover. Eggert brings it in, tries a toe drag, doesn't get it. Doesn't get through, but able to pick it up and send it in on net. Fed out from behind the net. Girls all around, just shot it right away. Goalie for Hopkins. He's playing really well. First period, she had it. Both. They're mixed. Sorry if talking to my son the same time I'm doing the game here, so that's the side comments happening. Minnetonka wins a draw, gets a shot, and then brought out to center ice by Hopkins. Opportunity here now. Good job getting back by Rogers. Puck sent over. Box going to chip this. Doesn't get by the defenseman, but sent back in offsides by Hopkins. You want to give it a go? Box with good work along the boards, able to get it over. Puck sent back out to the neutral zone. Good job by Rogers being way up in the play. Dunlap with it. Feeds it down low from Rauk. Sent up to Box, who just shelves it. Tate, do you want to let everybody know where you're headed? You can say hi to Grandpa Lynn if you want. All right, so with 5:32 left in the second period, Minnetonka goes up 2-1 off the draw. Minnetonka's going to bring that in deep. Strothman tries to get it back, kind of went off awkwardly off her stick. Kept in briefly and now brought out of the zone on the breakout by Hopkins. Picked up by Conrad, that's offside, so it won't be called. Lundin chips it up. Hopkins will try to regroup, but that's broken up by Lundin again. Shot in, directed to the corner by Jabs. Puck sent up high to Conrad. It's going to be eventually picked up by Riley, shouldered off the puck by Hopkins. Hopkins turned out to be a fairly physical team. We'll bring it back the other way. Turn back over to Minnetonka. Minnetonka is going to send that in deep and go for change. All 5 Minnetonka players able to get off the ice on that one. Puck sent in. Larson picks it up, brings it behind her own net. Sent up a little bit too far for Eggert. And then offsides on Hopkins. Based on where the offsides came from, they're going to bring it back just outside of the Hopkins zone or center ice. Eggert on the draw for Minnetonka. Chips it forward. Able to get control. She's just going to chip that into the zone. Miller's going to chase it down. Help again from Eggert. Minnetonka with the pinch there missed, but really good job by Moose in backing up her partner. No harm, no foul. Minnetonka will send that back out through center ice. Eggert's going to win the race to the puck, send it out in front. Smartly covered by the Hopkins goalie. 3:14 left in the second period. Minnetonka up 2-1. Draw one by Minnetonka. Grinsteiner throws it in wide of the net. Maybe looking for a tip on that one. Eggert goes back and retrieves the puck down low. Takes a look, sends it out to Grinsteiner. Grinsteiner with the shot. Good opportunity for a tip there, but good coverage by the Hopkins defender on Miller. Dunlap will take the draw. She wins that back to Rauch. Rauch's shot's blocked. Wow. Feed there from Rauch to Box, and Box just buries it. Really good play overall. Rauch seeing that Box was open, and then Box, instead of trying to stick handle that in front, she just one-times it. Doesn't give the goalie enough time to set up to do anything with it. So with 2:45 left in the second period, Minnetonka up 3-1. Minnetonka wins the face-off, back to Larson, over to Booten, up to Rauch, deep into the Hopkins zone. Larson pinches, breaks up the breakout pass. Rauch with it down in the corner. Feeds it out to Dunlap for the one-timer, broken up by the Hopkins defender. Rauch and Box doing some nifty work down low. Shot goes wide. Now fed over to Dunlap, goes a little bit too far, but Larson's going to come down and chip that back in. Hopkins defender picks it up, gates it out, throws it wide. Box chips it out for Dunlap. Sent back in by Hopkins. St. Louis Park Hopkins. The two schools are together for youth girls hockey. .148 left in the second period. Off the draw, puck sent in deep by Hopkins. Picked up by Rogers. Rogers chips it up to Conrad. Broken up by the Hopkins defender on the pinch. Rogers retrieves it. Quick pass up to, I believe that's Riley. Riley over to Conrad. Puck goes in the zone. Moose follows it up nicely. Throws it over to Riley. Riley tries to go high, goes up over the net. Rogers on the pinch. Turned over, shot by Riley, save by Hopkins. So like to see the aggressive play here by the Minnetonka defenders. They're getting good coverage from their forwards on the back check, so frees up the defenders to be a little bit more aggressive inside the zone. Rogers chips it in. Puck loose in front, back out to Moose. Moose sends it down in front of the net. Cleared into the corner. Hopkins chips it out down the ice. This won't be icing. Rogers brings it back the other way. Aggressive move behind her own net. Throws it up to Conrad. Not able to control it, but Minnetonka eventually comes up with it. A little bit of bumper cars there along the boards. Rogers goes back. Minnetonka regroups. Nice pass up to Riley. Riley with a nice move. Gonna take the shot. Save by the Hopkins goalie. So Hopkins goaltender, very good down low. A little bit of a shorter goalie, likes to go down for the saves. Minnetonka goals largely are coming upstairs, other than the blast from box from the with the pass behind the net. Eggert sends it up to the point, back down into the corner for Miller. Strothman goes back to retrieve it. Hopkins tries to break it out, can't. Broken up by Eggert with almost no time left on the clock. Gets a shot off. That'll do it. So at the end of the second period, Minnetonka up 3-1. Zamboni will come out now and do the ice, so we'll be back here in about 10 minutes.
You're right, I could have finished the business this time. I did 2 on the way home. We're gonna do another one. Wait, did we make like the back?
clean.
So you have to go. You don't dress, do you?
Wear a suit. All right, here we go for the third period. Minnetonka up 3-1. Able to send it in deep off the draw. I believe that's Strothman and Eggert working down low behind the net. Ooh, Hopkins defender with a dangerous move up the center of the ice in front of her net, almost turns it over, gets away with it. Then Minnetonka does a good job getting back and breaking that up, sends it in deep again. Rogers goes D-to-D for Grinsteiner. Grinsteiner throws it off the boards, picked up by Hopkins. Grinsteiner with a nice feed up to Strothman. Strothman going to send this one in deep and go for a change. Eggert will chase it down. Miller. Hopkins, dangerous pass cross ice. Booten picks it up, throws it off the skate at Grinsteiner. Back to Booten. Booten, nice pass up the box. Box sends it back to Dunlap. Back to the point. Shot, rebound. Not sure if the goalie got a piece of that or if it just went wide. But good opportunity there for Minnetonka. Hopkins will send this one in deep. Booten picks it up. Pressure down low, up to Rauch. Rauch chips it up. Fox will chase it down. No icing. Rauch and Box working it behind the net. Box sends it to Booten. Booten sends it in. Rebound. Blocked. Save. Hopkins goalie is really strong down low. So Lundin will take the draw from Minnetonka. With Riley on her right, I think that's Conrad on her left. Battle down behind the net. Riley working on it, gets it over to Lundin. Lundin tries to center it, gets broken up by the Hopkins defenseman. Riley out to Rogers. Rogers looking down low, tries to send it out to Riley. Kind of rolls over his stick. So Minnetonka will regroup here down in their own zone. Conrad chases it up, tries to chip it up to Lundin, broken up by Hopkins. Shot, save, jabs. Rogers sends it around. Cross ice pass a little too far out in front of Conrad. So Hopkins will regroup. A miscue on the pass, but they're still able to get it out to center ice. Rogers chips it up. Hopkins defender grabs it. Able to pick it up. Tries a short side shot, saved by Jabs. Another, I don't know if Jabs saved that or if it hit the post. Is that off her pad or did that hit the post? You think it went in? So that'll be a good one to rewind and watch the play. Debate going on around what happened with it. 11:20 left in the third period. Miller with nice mood, comes down with the head of steam. Backhand 5-hole. So Miller with just an aggressive move there. Tate Jab says that will go on the Laney Miller highlight reel. Just kind of aggressive all the way down the ice. Nice play. So Eggert wins the draw. Back to Booten. Booten up to Grinsteiner. Grinsteiner moves it up to the wing. Goes up to Eggert. Eggert shots tip high and off the glass. Miller finds it off the glass, sends it in. Goalie might have got a piece of that. Grinsteiner with a shot, blocked. Eggert will go back and retrieve it. Strong pass out to Miller. Back to Eggert. Eggert into the shot into the chest of the Hopkins goalie. So Minnetonka up 4-1, 10:38 left in the third period. Puck brought back to the point. Larson sends it in wide. Ralph will chase it into the corner. He's going to send it back to the point. A little too much on it for Moose. Moose will pick it up, send it in offsides. Now come out to center ice. So I think this is Dunlap on the draw with Box and Rauk on the wings. Moose and Larson back on the point. Puck draw won by Minnetonka. Back to the defenseman. Larson picks it up. Skates it, looking. Eventually chips it up. They'll probably say this is icing. And they'll wave off another one. They've been pretty loose on those calls tonight, I guess, on both sides. Battle along the boards. Eventually worked in by Hopkins down into the Minnetonka zone. Larson chips it up to Box. Puck bouncing around just inside the Minnetonka blue line. Eventually chipped up to center ice and cleared. A couple girls will go off for a change for Minnetonka. Box goes into the corner to apply some pressure along with Dunlap. Box with a shot broken up by Hopkins. Puck chipped out to the neutral zone, picked up by Minnetonka. Grinsteiner over to Rogers. Rogers going to carry it in deep. Be patient, work it in the corner. Let the rest of her teammates catch up here. Lundin helping, Rauk helping. Rogers going to stay up in the play. Like to see that by the defenseman. There's no rush on getting back. Once you're up in the play, if you've got coverage. Rogers, strong move, brings it in front, can't quite get the shot off, rolls in on net and covered by the Hopkins goalie. Hopkins carries it deep into the Minnetonka zone. Rogers applies pressure, gets him to turn it over, battle behind the net. Puck still loose. Punk set back deep into the Minnetonka zone. Chipped up to Riley. Riley will throw it out. No ice. Conrad's going to chase it down. Conrad gets the Hopkins defender to turn it over. Good opportunity there for Minnetonka, just not able to get a clean shot off. Booten throws it in deep. Lundin picks it up. Lundin and Riley down in the corner. Comes back out to Booten, throws it in wide. Conrad's going to go pick that up in the corner. Hopkins comes away with it. Still some good pressure by Minnetonka. Eventually just throw it out to the neutral zone. Larson's going to skate this up. Tries a little toe drag at the end. Eventually knocked in by Lundin on the rebound. So Larson with some strong moves, not able to get the original shot off, but enough to get it in on net. Lundin with a good follow-up, able to bang home the rebound. Those are the types of goals that you see, because as the year goes on, better teams really start to tighten up on D. Goalies settle in. It's tough to get, the clean plays, clean shots off. Great plays made. You still hope for some of them, but a lot of the goals are just scored by working it in on the net and sending players in aggressively for rebounds. That's what we saw in that one. So with 7 minutes left in the third period, Minnetonka goes up 5-1. Still with pressure here down deep in the Hopkins zone. Hopkins not able to grab the red line. Strothman with a really nice pass over to Eggert. The goalie got a blocker on it, but it goes up and over her head and into the net. So we'll just attribute that one to a hard enough shot that goalie couldn't get clean handle on it. It just trickled up and over the blocker and into the net. So with that and 6:45 left in the third period, Minnetonka goes up 6-1. Strothman will throw it in deep off the draw. Miller will chase down in the corner. Try to work it over to Eggert. Eggert battling with Miller down behind the net. Good job by Moose and Rogers jumping on that play as it was developing up the middle of the ice. Strothman using the skates, working it down low along the boards. Sent up to Moose. Back over to Strothman. Passes in front of the goalie down low. Eggert feeds it up in front. Minnetonka not able to get a handle on it. The D-to-D pass broken up by Hopkins. Nice move by Rogers with a little bit of an ankle breaker. Ankle breaker is when you make a move so aggressively that the other player doesn't expect it, tries to stop and can't, and falls down. Offsides, Minnetonka. 5:30 left in the third period. So 4 days into January, hopefully everybody is holding fast to their New Year's resolutions. Opportunity here for Minnetonka. See what they can, if they can make something. Box tried to feed it over. Elk was open, but a good job by the Hopkins defender getting a stick on the pass and breaking that up. Booten with the shot in front. Doesn't quite make it through. Hopkins with an opportunity here. Good back check by Minnetonka. Puck sent in front, nobody home. Box picks this up, sends it wide for Rauch, broken up by Hopkins. Hopkins tried to regroup there, but just met with pressure right away from Minnetonka. Able to chip it out. Grinsteiner picks it up. Goes D-to-D for Booten. Booten cross ice to Box. Box coming in with it. Feeds it over to Dunlap. Broken up momentarily. Minnetonka still with it. Eventually Hopkins clears it back to neutral ice. Larson picks it up. Goes up right away to Box. Box. A couple of moves there, looking to feed that in front. Can't get it through, gets sent into the corner, and battle down now in the corner. I think that's Moose creeping in down low for Minnetonka, able to hold his own. Battle still along the boards. Now Rauch in to help. Puck still along the boards. Rowe comes up with it, tries to feed it in front, broken up by Hopkins. Met right away by Rowe. And over to Dunlap. Dunlap throws it cross ice for Box. Box back to Moose. Moose sends it in deep. Minnetonka's going to go for a change here while Dunlap tries to keep some pressure on it. She does, able to feed it up to Larson. Puck bounces over her stick. Larson circles back. Larson with good patience eventually feeds it up to Lundeen. Ends up kind of in her skates, but enough to get it into the Hopkins zone. Lundeen back, Riley. Hopkins able to get a stick on that shot. Able to deflect it just wide. Now cleared by Hopkins. Trying to work it in down low. Good job by Lundeen on pulling up on, she's putting some pressure on the body there. Any more probably would have been a penalty, but smartly pulls up on it. Able to get her to turn it over in either case. Shot from the point, tip, deflected wide, possibly off of the skate of Jabs. Couldn't quite tell again on that one. Larson tries a little dangle, doesn't get through, but is able to pick it back up in the corner, work it up in front. Minnetonka with some patience here, gets it back to the point to Grinsteiner. Grinsteiner throws it in. No rebound on that one from the Hopkins goalie. So a minute and 53 left in the third period. Minnetonka up 6-1. So face-off coming deep in the Hopkins end. Eggert wins the draw. Up to Miller. Miller back to Rogers. Rogers the shot from the point. Deflected back behind the net. Hopkins goes to clear. Goes up and into the netting. So Tate Jabs is calling this, I guess, saying that Eggert's going to score on this shift. Eggert, Strothman, and Miller face off one by Minnetonka, broken up by Hopkins on the rush. Battle along the boards. Miller, Eggert, Strothman, Hull, all but one of the Minnetonka players. Eventually comes back to Moose with the shot, blocked. Now Moose battling, looking for some help. You can see her looking over her shoulder, trying to find where her teammates are. It's a smart play when you have control along the boards. Larson feeds it over to Rogers. She had a girl on her right away. Puck sent back. Minnetonka will regroup. Moose chips it off the boards. A little back and forth in the neutral zone. More back and forth in the neutral zone. Eventually Eggert comes up with it. Sends it in, gets run over by the Hopkins players. 43 seconds left. Miller going off for a change. Comes back to box. Now up to Eggert. Eggert tries a little dangle at the blue line. Broken up by Hopkins. Tate had bet me $100 on that one that Eggert would score on that shift. She did not. I'm getting some Christmas money when I get home. I told him I want it all in quarters. Dunlap works it down low over to Fox. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and that's game. So, good game overall for the girls. A lot of pressure. Nobody got selfish. They continue to work the puck, apply a lot of pressure. Good goaltending from Hopkins. And with that, next game is Friday. Big rivalry game against Edina. Can't remember what time that's at, so check with your your Minnetonka loved ones and tune in for some Friday night hockey. Have a good night.